Okay, we've got LEtsGO2 currently set up in hacking mode. It's got all the Moxie on. It's actually last year's Moxie, so you can see slightly battered and bruised, but still looks like a bit of Lego. Maybe one that's been up the Hoover, but you get the impression. Round the back you've got the twin motors. So these are two 1000 watt motors as opposed to a single 15 watt. So the rear axle is split. Got the seat, obviously, moving around to the electronics. As you can see there, plus the fuse holder and the main cut-off switch, which cuts power to everything, along with switches for the horn, the lights, reverse, and something I completely forgot about. Battery compartment held together by a suitcase luggage strap. It's an old cash tin, and I found some of those power symbols that are used on race cars, so I thought why not indeed. Just up there on the steering column itself, on the green bracket, is a 6-volt supply for the transponder, so no more worries about have I disconnected the battery or not, because it's essentially always connected. There's no power to that, there's no power to anything else. Coming down, you've got the shock absorbers at the front. They're pretty rigidly connected, so most of the frame is 20mm. Those towers are 30mm. We've got a cross brace, and they're also welded to, what you can't see is some angle iron which forms the supports for the wishbones which sit underneath. Just coming in a little bit, you've got the brake master cylinder, which has got two hoses off to each caliper at the back, and just in shot slightly, there's also a brake bleed on each caliper, as well as that point there which is feeding them from the brake master cylinder, so that works quite well. Just coming up, I've got a GoPro on it. I'll be interested to see what type of shots I get. I'm going to test that in a minute. Coming back round, see the front, slightly battered. As I say, it's last year's Moxie and just reused, remounted to comply with this year. Got bigger bumpers. They're actually oversized against spec, so that they are 100% width of the Hacky, along with 125mm high, so no doubt that I'm compliant in that. So that's it. That's LEtsGO2, all ready to roll. Let's go and try it. Well, I managed to pop the chain in that bit of testing. I can see why, because I hadn't aligned things. Well, I hadn't actually tightened a couple of bolts, is the truth be known, but never mind, easy fix to do. But I thought, whilst it's up in the air, it's a chance to show you what it looks like underneath. So if I just pan down and try and keep steady, as you can see there, those are the wishbones I made. Again, 30mm box section, tie rods, and using some of the offcuts from the angle iron, and yep, they provide wishbones. Yes, you get camber change, but really by giving about 20 mil or so of movement, which is really all I want to soften the blow from bouncing up and down and giving a bit more of a controlled steer. But apart from that, really not much more. As I pan around, you can see underslung here are the two controllers and all the spare wiring. So these are really 100 watt at 48 volts. I tried 1500 watts at 48 volts, they kept popping the fuse, so downgraded those. And pan around, you can see at the back, you can see the brake calipers and the axles and the sprockets. So now I'm just going to get on and fix. Okay, so you can see the hacky in its sort of naked glory. See the wires coming down, the connector blocks for the motors and the motors themselves. So what I've done, I've put the hacky up on blocks so that the rear can spin freely. If I just come down here, see what I've got is a set square, and it's a little bit wide, but you'll get the idea. The idea is that that should be flush on both sides with the sprocket and the pinion. So I'm going to adjust the motor so that I've got a nice sort of alignment. Now when you spin the sprocket, don't know if it really comes out in the video, the sprocket's not perfect, it's got a little bit of wiggle, so you're trying to get the best average out of all of that. So once that's done, I'll split the chain, pop it back on, and we'll be off again.